Hello, everyone. This is St. Louis Sanford. Today, I'd like to speak about Hall of Famer Ed Reeves and Bethune Cookman. As a lot of you heard, that he was fired uh, today. Now, the thing is, Ed Reeves was a person like Deion Sanders that really cared about the Afro American community. Before I go any further, please hit the subscribe button, the like, the sharing, and comment on the line about how you like this video and how do you feel about the situation of Ed Reeves and what happened to him. Now, they fired him 11 days before signing period. Now, keep in mind that you had all these players that came to Bethune Cookman. They had 30 some players, along with their parents, came to Bethune Cookman because these players were interested in playing for a Hall of Famer such as Ed Reeves. Ed Reeves was wanted to make a difference. He wanted to come to the HBCU to make a difference, not solely on making it a stepping stone to go somewhere else. We need to get that out of our mind, people, about high profile players want to come to HBCU and use it as a stepping stone to go to someplace else. Look at it like this, people. When you went to grade school, that was a stepping stone to high school. High school was a stepping stone to get ready for life as an adult. High school was a stepping stone to trade school. High school was also a stepping stone to going to college. There's always going to be something you're going to do that's going to be a stepping stone to something else. But we using this lately as something negative. In fact, we started using this when Deion Sanders came to Jackson State. We love that term, stepping stone. The heck with stepping stone. Whoever want to come to the HBCU and make it a better place when they left there than it was when they came, then call me the stepping stone guy. Because I'm all for it. I understand that the situation with Ed Reeves, when he found out some things that was true that he heard from Deion Sanders about the HBCU and the situation that they're in. Yes, we have problems with our HBCU. True enough. Sometimes it's how we handle it. And Ed Reeves is very, very, very passionate about things. And he handled it the wrong way. He hadn't signed a contract, but he got fired before he signed a contract. But he was working. That's what I love about Ed Reeves. He wasn't just a talker. The man came on and started working. But you look at some things and you say, wait a minute, hold on. Why is it that when he went to his office, it was trash and dirty? Why didn't the maintenance people took care and did their job and straighten that out, make sure it's clean when he got there? When he went around campus, he saw trash all over the place. So he got athletes from other sports team at Bethune Cookman, along with the football players, and start collecting trash. Why wasn't that done before he got there? Now, keep in mind, the hurricane was months ago. So that should have been taken care of. What is it that people on top, such as the president, doing about making sure that all of the departments below him did their job? They should have some type of accountability. There should be a meeting at least every day or twice a week to make sure everyone is doing their job. But obviously, that wasn't what went on at some of these HBCU. That's why things are falling to shambles, especially financially. Now, Ed Reeves came in and, he saw some things and he just went online and spoke about it. And of course, being the type of man that he is, he used a lot of profanity. This is who he is. He was passionate. He wanted things to be done right, like Deion Sanders. But unlike Deion, a man of faith, he handled things differently. Deion didn't like a lot of things that he saw, but his thing was he knew he was going to run into some opposition because he said when a person comes along to make changes, there's always going to be someone who don't like it, who won't like it. And he ran into that at Jackson State. It wasn't the point that he couldn't get nothing done. People didn't like to make changes. They rather sit around there and wallow in their financial situation and not trying to make changes. So Deion, talking to Ed Reeves and know this is the issue that he was having. And Ed Reeves saw the same thing at Bethune-Cookman. And voila, he handled it wrong. But the man was making things happen. He was bringing in players, high caliber players, so that he can get Bethune-Cookman on the right track as far as football. People, the things that I heard also today was, do we need high profile sports team? Now, there's a person, obviously, that person didn't know what sports team means to a city. He didn't know what it means to a state. He did not know what it means to high school and colleges. When you got a good sports program and you champion in some sports, popularity builds up. People want to come there. When popularity builds up, students come there. When students come there, money goes up because you got money coming in. All kinds of ways. So when Ed came there, he saw what happened in Jackson State in that short period of time. Boom, let me do it here. Forget about stepping stone people. This man coming in to make a difference. But he just saw a lot of things that was wrong. And he spoke out against it. And they fired him before he signed a contract. Now, you got 30-some players that came on campus with their parents. Now these players are in limbo. Sometimes, people, we can react. We can overreact. I look at both sides overreacted. Cooler heads should have prevailed. They should have a sit down. Let's talk about this. Instead of taking negative action, let's sit down and talk about this. Let's get on the same page. But the man was fired because he's passionate about getting HBCU up to another level and do it quickly. Now you don't have a coach. And signing days is 11 days away. What are you going to do, Bethune-Cookman? I tell you what you can do. You can go and sit down and have a sit down with Ed Reeves. Find out where y'all can meet and make this work. It's not too late. So what? It's on social media that he's fired. Make it happen. Go back on social media and say, hey, we talk and we like what Ed like and want, and we decided that we're going to give him a contract, even though you said that he's fired. So what? It's not the end of the world. It's not too late. No one died here. Let's fix it. Let's get this going. Let's make Bethune-Cookman one heck of a football program in the SWAC conference. We can do this. It's not too late, people. And this thing about stepping stone, I'm sick of that terminology already. So what? Let these good players become good coaches and bring the HBCU up to a level they have not been since the 70s on back. We need to leave that alone because obviously there's a problem that someone at these HBCU are not doing their job, because if they were doing their job, these problems would not persist as they are now, because this is nothing new with the HBCU. Let's work on taking care of the problem. Let's push aside the jealousy. Now, one thing I disagree with Bethune-Cookman, you got an athletic director who is the head basketball coach, and then you all brought in a high-profile man like Ed Reeves. Now, you think there's no jealousy there? That should be separate. The athletic director cannot be a head coach of nothing at this point until you get everything resolved. Because if you had an athletic director and that's all his job was, Ed Reeves would have to come into a nasty office. Maybe if y'all have meetings on a regular basis with all the department head to find out and make sure that everything was done decent and in order, that trash would not have collected out there in the opening where Ed had to go and get athletes together to clean it. Maybe some of those things would not have been on his mind, and he can conduct himself in a professional way when he saw things that was wrong. So people, we need to work on ourselves. First thing we need to do is get rid of the jealousy among Afro-American people. I'm always going to say that. I say it on every video. I'm going to continue to say it. Let's get rid of the jealousy. Let's find out and make sure that the president's doing his job and the people underneath him is doing their job. That seems to be the problem in all this HBCU. The head of the academic do their job. The head of whoever give out the money, make sure these students get the money they need to get enrolled, make sure all that's taken care of. I mean, I heard a bunch of that stuff that's happening, but we need to get that taken care of, people. We really do, because this is a big problem. And that thing about coaches, stepping stone, get rid of that. And one thing that we need to do that I'm going to talk about on every video, alumni and fans, we need to donate every month, $50 on the 10th of every month. The school needs it. $50 on the 10th of every month. That's 10 days after your rent and after your mortgage. $50 every month for 12 months. And let's end this financial issue that our schools are having. 40 million Afro-American people in this country. And you mean to tell me that we can't get together and do this? Yes, we can. I'm going to say it every month. I'm going to put out another video about the HBCU $50 donation month club. I'm going to put it out tomorrow. Also, I'm going to put out the $100 million man that got away from Jackson State, that was allowed to get away from the SWAC conference and HBCU. Oh, I'm going to talk about that too. But right now, let's deal with Bethune-Cookman. That's our school. Let's take care of our problem, people. Let's get Ed Reeves back into the coaching staff so he can go and hire his assistant coaches and continue bringing these great players. I mean, this is a Hall of Famer. Let's treat him like one, people. And then he has to act accordingly also. Again, St. Louis Sanford, hit the share, hit the like, subscribe, get on my comment line and tell me how you feel about what's going on with Ed Reeves and Bethune-Cookman. And don't forget, donate, donate, donate to the HBCU, the 10th of every month. Go on my comment line on any of my videos and let me know that you joined the HBCU donating club. Thank you.